the Atlanta Falcons' new general manager's name is Terry Fontenot. So a little bit history on him. He's obviously the new general manager of the Atlanta Falcons. He's the first black general manager in Falcons franchise history. So congratulations on him for breaking barriers and leading a way for other people, because I do think we need a lot more general managers who, are colored and are of minority. So
I agree more.
I believe that really will help the NFL. So congratulations to him. And as for experience, he has it. I mean, he spent 18 seasons with the Saints as a vice president, assistant GM of pro personnel, and he began his career as a marketing intern before moving into the scouting department. And the source for this was Michael DeRocco, ESPN writer. Um, Let me start off with this first thing, because I got a couple of things to say. First of all, congratulations to Terry Fontenot. I mean, becoming the first black general manager in Falcons history. Um, yeah, and then on top of that, when you look at his resume, he really does deserve it. I mean, we're talking about a guy who was an assistant GM. We're talking about a guy who was a vice president. We're talking about a guy who, at least a pro personnel. We're talking about a guy who's a marketing intern, so he knows about that side of the business. And then we're talking about a guy who was in the scouting department who knows how to pick out players. This is the type of guy that you really want on your team. A guy who can do it all, from the money to the scouting to the picking the players to drafting the players to trading them, all that type of stuff. This is the guy you want right here. And I mean, you look at the resume and he's done a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So he knows a little bit about everything. And he's only 40 years old too. So he's got a lot of longevity on him. It's not like this is a 70-year-old man who's coming into the job and has probably like at most 20 years left on him. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. We're talking about a 40-year-old man who could end up owning this team for a very, very, who could end up becoming, staying the general manager for a very, very long time, as long as he chooses, if he is that great. The resume adds up. You broke the cup. You broke a barrier, which is fantastic in minorities. But now the question is, can you do your job successfully? And honestly, when you look at this resume, there's nothing in this resume that tells me he can't. You've done everything that is to be done. You've done a little bit of everything that needs to be done in the National Football League, from scouting to marketing to trading players to signing players to helping with pro personnel. You've done it all. Now it's all about becoming a successful general manager. And I think the Atlanta Falcons are making right moves now. You know what I'm saying? They hired their new head coach in and Arthur Smith, I think it was, correct?
Yeah,
Arthur Smith. Now you get Terry Fontenot. I mean, they're making the right moves there. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like, and the weird thing about Atlanta is it seems like they make the right moves. It just never clicks. That's the weird thing. Like, they draft the right guys, it doesn't click. They get, like, for some reason, but then if you draft the right guys and you sign the right players, now the only question is, if they're not working, it has to be coaching. You have Todd Gurley, you have Calvin Ridley, you have Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, you have a decent offensive line. Your defense isn't too bad. So it has to be coaching. And I think with the new coach and Arthur Smith, and then with Terry Fontenot, I think I'm going to be honest with you. I expect a lot of big things out of Atlanta.
yeah. As to why, despite them being my division rival, a lot needs to be expected of this Atlanta Falcons team. I said it before. And I absolutely agree with you with the coaching part. You got all this talent, and you're still choking games. Nothing is clicking, and that something's up with that. And I always say a lot of the blame goes around for everybody. It's a team effort, but a lot of that blame reflects on the coaching, like you said before. But with that said, like you said, I mean, he was a part of one of the greatest teams of all time when the Saints went to the Super Bowl a little over a decade ago. He was a part of that, if I'm mistaken. Um, so he knows how to grab talent. I'm sure he'll do the right thing in Atlanta. Turn it around, make the right moves. Like you said, they have been making moves. They took the Titan offensive coordinator away from them for them to become their head coach. That's pretty cool too. And I gotta give credit to the Atlanta Falcons, man. First black general manager in their history. I gotta give credit breaking the color barrier once again. It's something I really love to see as a man of color. I enjoy seeing that type of stuff. So, I'm very proud of him, very happy for him. And with that said, congratulations to Terry Fontenot, becoming the new general manager of the Falcons. Congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons, and good luck to both of them, and see how it goes from here.